The division honours came down to a race between the two Toyota Celicas driven by the Chana brothers. Jasmine Chana and George Garoge are usually the faster of the pair, but not on this event. They were only quicker on 2 of the 6 stages, but more importantly, they were consistently faster than cars more powerful than theirs, and securing 10th was no mean feat. Jaswinder and Ravi Chana had proved their mettle in the last event, when they had come 3rd, but all chance of repeating this went by the board when they hit a rock, breaking the brackets holding the steering. For the remainder of the event, the car had a mind of its own, but they were still quick enough to claim 9th overall and take the division win. On the division table, Onkarai had done enough to retain the lead, but with 80 points up for grabs, he will have to at least finish the final round in Mombasa. Jaswinder Chana moves up from 5th to 3rd, dislodging Izzar Mirza and Hardik Resi. Amongst the Division 1 crews still running were Ben Mushemi and Evans Mwenda. When the car allows, they are strong performers, but on this event the front-end pace was out of reach and they were trailing in 18th. Alfia and Imran Khan are seen here throwing rubber off a punctured rear wheel on their trusty Impreza, which must have more miles on the clock than any other car in the event. It also receives more TLC than any other car, but rarely returns the affection. And on this event, a persistent misfire was frustrating.
The minute I go more than 40% throttle, it just cuts off. So I just have to drive on touching the accelerator, then it's alright. I'm not rallying today, I'm just driving around the road. I'm actually missing a wedding at Intercon today. I think it would have been a better plan.
Despite more TLC in service, the misfire continued to the end, and it was remarkable they finished 12th. With so many still running, the cars were held in park for May, before repeating the final 2 sections, giving us the opportunity to revisit one particular junction back on stage 2. Up ahead, a classic Datsun 180B driven by rally veterans was sweeping the stages, leaving the roads clear for the final assault. The N10 of Imran Mughal and Vinay Shah was going no further, handing over 5th place to Alex Horsey and Frankie Tao. They were well clear of the car behind, but were still not finished with those ahead, and flew through the final section to take the stage win. Whilst it tightened the gap, they still remained in 5th. Azhar Anwar and Julius Giga were also in a bubble in 4th, but for them, a rally is never over until the end. They were well placed if any of those ahead had problems, but none did, and after what had been a good day's rallying, they settled for 4th. As they went into the final 2 sections, Baldev Chagga and Raju Semi desperately needed to be quicker than Duncan to retain 2nd. The 22-second gap dwindled to just 1 at the beginning of the last stage, and when they blew a shock, the race was over, and they had to accept 3rd.
Yes, finally, yes. It's such a good feeling to be in the podium. 3rd, very good. 2nd, we lost out to Ian, but hey, it's alright, it's good.
Ian Duncan and Amos Slutch may have started the event, convincing themselves that securing the championship title called for caution. But as the event unfolded, this was all but forgotten. When the gap between them and Chagga was one worth fighting for, they simply cranked up the speed, made no mistakes, and snatched 2nd. As they arrived back in service, the championship celebrations commenced. There were more celebrations on the finish ramp when it became official. They were the 2011 champions.
Ian Duncan, Yeah, it's really good. It's a long time since we won it last time, and then I mean, it would have been nice to win the rally, but really our priority was to win the championship. So it's.
Although Carl Tundu and Tim Jessup had a convincing leading margin as they went into the final two stages, they knew Duncan was attacking for second and didn't want to be caught in the crossfire.
Late fast left over rock in the centre.
They upped their pace, winning stage 5, and only backed off on the final section, cruising to the finish. This was Carl Tundu and Tim Jessup's third consecutive win on the KCB Guru Nanak Rally, but have a long way to go to break Duncan's record of 11.
Yeah, we did what we had to do and win, and Ian, fortunately or unfortunately for us, managed to finish. So championship over, but we did what we had to do, and we went out from the beginning to try and win it, and convincingly. So yeah, all good.
Carl Tundu eventually won by 97 seconds ahead of Ian Duncan, with Balder Chaga a further 30 seconds back. Alistair Kavanagh was more than pleased with 11th, and the two new drivers made their mark in 14th and 19th. 30 cars finished, the highest of the season, including the two all-lady crews in 27th and 30th. On the championship board, Ian Duncan takes the title and Carl Tundu secures second. Any points gained on the final rally of the season will only consolidate these positions, although Azhar Anwar will want to dislodge Jas Mangat for third.